We've still got 4 minutes to the start of the meeting, guys. So
okay, happy days.
Everybody else other than us, Julie, are muted, so they won't be able to answer.
Oh, fair enough.
Just the speakers talk on the presentation. Right, we should be live. So we have 3 minutes to the start of the meeting. The meeting will start at 7 o'clock sharp, guys. Should be on YouTube. And we are live. We are officially live. So bear with us, guys. The meeting will start in 3 minutes. The meeting will be hosted by Julianne Burns, presentation by Murray Forsyth, and back office review by John Bates.
Two minutes to go.
Yeah. That's good, that's paused.
Precision.
I always have to pause live. Right, 2 minutes, guys. So I'll hand over to you, Julianne, and I'll mute myself for the meeting. All right. So we are live. 2 minutes to go.
Nearly there.
It's a long 2 minutes.
That is, isn't it, Murray?
There you go, 7 o'clock.
Okay, we'll go.
Go for it.
Hello there. Just want to welcome you all here this evening for those that are listening, and for those that are going to maybe be listening later on YouTube or Facebook. Just want to welcome you to this truly unique business that is Cash FX, that is absolutely expanding rapidly right across the globe at the minute, where it has taken its 250,000 members and growing, you know, from a certain place in their lives, from nowhere. People come from everywhere, all walks of life, and is absolutely transforming their lives. It's very, very, very unique and very up and coming, and really, really essential in today's, you know, volatility in the employment market, you know, to maybe perhaps have a plan B. And no better person, I'm going to introduce you to some guest speakers here this evening, and no better person than this gentleman here, that Murray Forsyth, who's going to be doing the main body of the presentation here this evening, because Murray actually has got a, excuse me with my little dog in the background, just shows you're real people here. But anyway, Murray has a hugely successful corporate business offline, and he's got an extensive, you know, experience in networking as well. And he just has the foresight to understand that in this current climate, it's really, really important to have a plan B. And no better business than Cash FX. And he's going to tell us all about it. Isn't that right, Murray? Or Bruce, maybe? Bruce Forsyth.
I'm going to do my best.
crack myself up sometimes, but it's still nice to see you, isn't it? Okay. Well, listen, Murray, I'm not going to waste any more time chatting because I like to chat, but it's your turn now. I'm going to pass it over to you. So take it away.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Julianne. I'm just going to share screen. Here we go. Yeah.
It just shows you don't have to be hugely, technically savvy to do this business, as Murray.
I'll just go get the PowerPoint thing up.
You got this.
There we go.
Not to worry.
There we go.
With plenty of time.
Right. Is that the PowerPoint up now, Julianne?
No, you got to share screen.
Share the screen there, just, yeah.
All right, hang on a second. Share screen.
And then the floor is all yours.
Yeah.
There we go. And we're rocking. Okay, Murray, off you go.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Julianne, for that introduction. I'm going to get straight into it and just get cracking straight away. So I'm just checking. Everybody can see my screen okay? Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So what we're going to do tonight, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how you can start your own business and earn an income by tapping into the Forex market. I'm going to explain to you tonight how you can actually have two separate types of income. One's a passive income and one's a residual income. The Forex market is obviously short for the foreign exchange market. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I mean, I'd heard of it before, but until just before Christmas, when I decided to get started, I had no idea what it was either. But tonight I'm going to explain a little bit to you. Before I get into how you get started and how you actually can earn an income, I just want to give you some background information. First of all, I'm going to just talk a little bit about on the Forex market here. Now, the Forex market, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this actually turns over in excess of $5 trillion a day. Operates 5 days a week, 24 hours a day. It's important you know this because everything flows from the Forex market. So the next question is, how do people, just normal people like you and me, how do we tap into the Forex market? Well, we do that through a company called CashFX. I'm going to tell you a little bit about CashFX. CashFX are already up and running in over 160 countries throughout the world. The head office is here in Panama City. They've purchased the 9th floor in the RBS Tower. They haven't rented it. They haven't borrowed it. They've plowed millions and millions of pounds into starting this business. They are listed as a training company. It's important you know that. It's a very important point. And on the subject of training, all the training that you need to help you develop and build your business here is all absolutely free. So what I'm saying here is you've got your own business, but you're definitely not on your own. You've got all the help and support that you need. What CashFX did is they partnered up. I'll just show you this slide here quickly. That's their offices. Don't worry if you don't take everything on board tonight. The person that invited you tonight will and can send you a copy of what I'm about to show you here by somebody else explaining it in a lot more detail. So don't worry if you don't catch everything. CashFX went into partnership with a company called EverFX. EverFX are a award-winning, a multi-regulated broker. They partly sponsor Seville Football Club. They're obviously a major player, and they are the regulated brokers. So there's your foundations that you can build your business on. The Forex market, CashFX and EverFX. That's the foundations on which you can build. So let's go on to the good bit. Let's go on to how you get started and how you can actually earn an income from this business. I'm just skipping through some of these slides here. Right, here we go. Right. So how do you get started? First thing you do is you buy what's called a trading pack. Now, these trading packs start at $300. $300 is about £250 in proper money. Then it goes up to $500. The 1K package, that's about £750. And these packages go up in increments up to here, up to £20,000, and they go all the way up to 100K. Now, let's get back to a bit of reality. So here we go. So the first thing you do is you buy a trading pack. Now, it's very important that you buy a trading pack that you're comfortable with. We've all got different financial situations, and choose one. You want to enjoy the experience, so choose one that you're happy with. When I saw this, I was quite happy. I started at the 500. The 500 package. I was comfortable with that, but just take your time and decide which one's best for you. When you buy a trading pack, I'm going to skip to this slide here now. This is an important slide I'm going to show you. When you buy a trading pack, here we go. Your trading pack is split into two very different sections. Section one is what we call the bear capital, and the other section that's split into is what's called the bull capital. So you've got bear money, you've got bull money. You can become a bear or a bull. It's just terminology. Every business has got its own language. This is no different. What I'm going to do now is explain how the bear capital works. So you've got your trade package, and here we're using the 1K package as an example. And if you bought the 1K package, what happens is 70% of the total amount of your trade package goes off to trade for you on the Forex market 5 days a week, 24 hours a day by professional traders. And you will get a return on that every week, and you will get paid the return on that trading into your own personal Cash FX account, and that will be paid to you every week. Trading is capped at 15%. I'm going to explain why in shortly. And just to give you a rough idea of what to expect, if you started, let's say that you're on the 300 trading pack, last month's figures, which I've got here, which are quite similar to the months before and the months before that, we're getting about a 5 to 6% return on the trade per week as we speak. So if you're the 300 trading pack this month, you'd have got a return of about $50 last month. If you're the 500 trading pack, you'd have got about $80 back. A 1K package, you'd have got $160 back. A 2K pack, you'd have obviously got twice the amount. And if you were in possession of the 100K pack, you would have got an income of $16,000 that month on the trade. Okay, now I've got to say at this point, these figures here, there's no guarantees, and we're dealing with a market that the market conditions can vary. I know last year John was telling me at one stage that we're actually getting just under 10% back per week. The world was a bit more open for business. People were gone on holiday. Obviously, we're going through a bit of a tough time at the minute, so it's optimistic to perhaps think that maybe that 5 to 6% could increase, but there is no guarantees. I'm actually reading from these notes because there's no way that I will ever remember all this. Okay, so what happens is when you buy your trading pack, you're allowed to earn up to 2 times the value of that pack. So for example, if you're the 300 trade pack, you're allowed to earn up to $600. If you're the 1,000 1K trading pack, you're allowed to earn up to $2,000. Now, just before that actually happens, you've got 3 choices. Choice 1 is when you've nearly reached that 2 times the value, you can take the profit that your trade pack has earned you out of your business and you can walk away. The second option is that you can take the profit that your trade package has earned you and reinvest and buy another trade package and repeat the process. Or choice number 3, which is obviously the one that's going to make the most financial sense, is that by quite simply reinvesting a percentage of the profit you've made, you can reinvest it back into your own business and then upgrade to the next package. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if you're on the 1K package, you're getting 70% trade on the 1K. If you were to upgrade to the 2K package, you'd now be getting 70% back on the 2K trade package. So at the 1K, you've got $700 trading for you. At the 2K package, you've got $1,400. So obviously, the larger the trade package that you have, the greater profit you will make from the trading. So it's just a simple question of reinvesting part of your profits. This business is very quite conventional in many ways. No matter what business you were to start, you would have to reinvest back into it in order to increase your profits, and this is no different. Something important though that you need to know is when you buy your trade package, say you started on the 300 trade package, that's the only time you will have to put your hand in your pocket, because once you've bought that trade package, you will be increasing your trade package value simply by the reinvesting. Okay, it's especially self-funding. And also when you upgrade through the packages that I showed you earlier, you only pay the difference between the two packages. For example, if you're on the 300 package and you want to upgrade to the 500 package, there's a difference of $200. That's what you pay to upgrade. Okay, and that's the discount that the company will give you when you upgrade before you reach the 2 times the value of your trade package. Anytime you take money out of your account, and you need to take money out of your account in order to upgrade, it's a legal requirement, you pay what's called a 20% withdrawal fee. Now, that 20% withdrawal fee is not a profit center for Cash FX. 100% of that 20% goes back into the business through other bonuses. I'm going to explain how that happens just shortly. If you were to employ a forex trader on a personal note, I believe they can charge up to 30% commission, and that would be money lost. But here, that 20% goes back into the business through various other bonuses. And just to finish off on the bare capital, because the bare capital is simply the passive income that I spoke about earlier. It's an investment. And I'm going to give you what we call the 5-year prediction. And the person that invited you or recommended you to have a look at the business tonight, they can actually send you these figures as well as last month's and the months before trade figures, so that you can have a look at it and see the figures for yourself. And the 5-year prediction, it goes something like this. If you started on, let's say, the 300 trade package today, and you were to reinvest 100% of your profit back into your business, you took nothing out, you completely just reinvested, it would take you 5 years and you would be in possession of the 100K trade package. That would then give you a profit and an income of about $4,000 a week, which is about £3,000 proper money. And when I heard that, I found it quite, I didn't disbelieve it, but I found it quite incredible. Because in my own mind, I started to compare that with a pension policy. For those of you who have got jobs where you pay into your pension week after week after week for 30 odd years, I don't know how much you pay into a pension policy, and I don't know how much you'll get at the end of it. But I looked upon that as, in 5 years' time, if that happened, and those figures, that they could change. It could be 6 years, it could be 7 years, it could be less. They're not written in stone. The market conditions could fluctuate, but if that actually happens, that's better than any pension policy I know of. So basically, that's the bare capital, how that works. I'm now going to move on to explain to you how the bull capital works. The bull capital basically unlocks other types of bonuses. It can increase your income. It accelerates your income. So therefore you can upgrade quicker. You can make more profit. And how do you qualify for the Bull Capital? Simply by recommending this business to one other person. And by doing that successfully, that unlocks these other bonuses, which I'm going to explain to you how this works. So 70% of the bear capital and 30% of your total trade package goes to what's called the Academy program, which is where the bear capital comes from. And then we go into these bonuses here, which is called the Fast Start bonus and the Unilevel bonus. And I'm going to explain how these Bull Capital bonuses work. It's basically a referral business. It's nothing new. Virgin, Amazon, I think one of the national banks were doing it last year. Recommend me a new customer, and they'll pay you 100% into your current account. So that's nothing new. So let me explain how the Fast Start bonus works first. Okay. Now let's here we go. Here we go. Fast Start bonus is down here. There we go. So let's take, for example, someone new who's on. Let's say Amanda, who I know is new on here tonight, and let's say Amanda gave me a call and said, "Hey Murray, I've got something I'd like to recommend to you. Have a look at it, see what you think." And we have a look at it, and I say to Amanda, "Yeah, this looks good. I've checked it out. I'm quite happy with it, and I would like to start, let's say, on the 1K trade package." Now, for Amanda helping me get started, she would receive a Fast Start bonus of 15% of the total value of my trade package. So 50% of 1K is $150. You would get paid $150 directly into your own personal CashFX account. That's the Fast Start bonus. Now, it doesn't finish there. If I'm on, say, on the 1K package, and over a period of time I may want to upgrade to the 2K package, every time I upgrade, Amanda would receive a Fast Start bonus based on the difference between the two packages, which between 1 and 2K is another 1K, which is 15% of 1K is $150. And then from the 2K package, we got up to the 3 to the 5K. And if and when I get to the 100K package, that means that Fast Start bonus would have earned Amanda approximately $15,000. And you can help more than one person get started. There's no limit to that, but we can go into more detail on the structure and how you can do that at another time. So by helping, say, 3 people get started, that Fast Start bonus is quite substantial. So that's how the Fast Start bonus works. Moving on to the next bonus, which I'm going to just briefly explain, and this is what's called the Unilevel bonus. Now, because let's say Amanda helped me get started, Amanda's say up here, I would be on what's called Amanda's level 1, because I'm personally referred to by Amanda. So Amanda would receive an additional Unilevel bonus of 10% of the Fast Start bonus. So 10% of 150 is $15. So Amanda would get $150 Fast Start bonus plus $15 Unilevel bonus. Now, let's say I thought to myself, right, yeah, I'm quite happy recommending this. I'm confident with it now. And let's say I phoned up Julianne. Let's say I knew Julianne, and I said, "Hey, Julianne, how you doing?" And she'd go, "Yeah, fine." I'd say, "I've got something I'd like to recommend to you." She'd probably ask me a few questions. I would reply by answering some questions with some questions. I wouldn't be telling her too much about it. I'd be getting her more interested in finding out more. And I'd say that the best way of doing it is let's get together over a Zoom meeting, half an hour, and I'd be more than willing to explain how it works. I'd like to know your thoughts. Julianne checks it out and she says to me, "Yeah, hey, I like this. I'm going to get started on the 2K package." Now, I would receive the Fast Start bonus of 15% of 2K, which is $300, because Julianne's personal to me. I would then receive 10% unilevel bonus, which is another $30. But also Amanda would receive, because Julianne's on level 2, another $30 unilevel bonus. And that unilevel bonus, when we start, goes down to levels 4. And what happens is basically as your business grows and the volume grows, you can then go up to what's called the next level, which is called the executive level. There's certain criteria that you need to get to qualify for that. I'm not going to go into that tonight. That can be explained to you another time. It's quite simple. It's quite straightforward. But at the executive level, what happens then is that you get paid 10% down to levels 4. And at the executive level, you now get an additional 20% down to for levels 5 and 6. So obviously, the deeper the business grows, the more volume it creates, the more income you will earn. And I know for people who may see this slide for the first time, it could be a bit confusing. Let me explain the bigger picture here. This is how it works, basically. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to give you an example that you'll probably be able to relate to. This is a business of duplication. It's based on the same business model as many businesses that you know: McDonald's, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Planet, Nando's Chickens, whatever they're called. It's a duplication business. And the reason why these businesses work is this. We've all got 24 hours in our day, and most of us exchange time for money. We rent ourselves out per day, and we get paid for the time that we invest into a business or at work. And because there's 24 hours in a day, there's a ceiling to how much income most of us can make. Now, using this principle of duplication, you can remove the ceiling. Let me give you the example of McDonald's. McDonald's started with one restaurant, right? Open for 10 hours a day. And it proved to be successful. So they opened up another restaurant, McDonald's. Now, that was open for 10 hours a day. So now he was earning money 20 hours within a 24-hour period. He opened up another McDonald's for another 10 hours. So now he is earning income 30 hours within a 24-hour period. That is what you're looking at here. That is the basic principle of what you can develop and build. And this is what's going to give you what we call the residual income. And if you decide that you wanted to build a team and develop a team, you can develop a very substantial residual income. And that's really the bigger picture of what we see here. Moving on to another way that you can earn money is through the forced matrix. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because in the beginning, when you get started, you will not make a lot of money in the forced matrix. The bonuses will be very small, but in time, that could be quite a substantial bonus. And I think John's going to cover that very shortly and explain a little bit more about that in depth. But whether you become a bear or whether you become a bull, you automatically go on the forced matrix and you will earn a bonus. Remember I said 20% withdrawal fee every time you withdraw money? Some of that 20% goes back into feed the force matrix. Also here goes into more detail on the other bonuses that gets paid back in through the business there. The next slide really, and I'm just going to really finish up shortly, is just very quickly, this is what they call the path of progression. We all start off here in the same position, and the first step obviously is to get to the executive level. Here are the qualifications necessary to achieve that, so we can go into detail on that another time. The person that invited you tonight or recommended to you will explain that, how that happens. Then we go to the manager level. We're very fortunate, John, who's going to come on in a minute, John is at the manager level. And then we got to the director level, and obviously many of us know James, who's at the director level, and it basically progresses and progresses. There are some more slides on this presentation. I'm going to let you discover them yourself. If you like cars and you like holidays, you'll like those slides that are about to come. You can see in your own time. I'm just going to finish off there, and just before I do, I just want to share with you how I felt the first time I saw this. I was very lucky. John was responsible for getting me to see this, and one day, we were talking, and John said, what we need to do is get on a Zoom meeting and have it explained to you. And I was very fortunate to have John and James explain this to me one evening, and they went through all the stuff that I've just showed you there, probably in a bit more detail than I have. And did I have doubts? Yeah, I had doubts. I didn't doubt what John and James were telling me. No way did I doubt that. I didn't doubt whether this business worked. It was pretty obvious it worked. Where the doubt lay was within me. I doubted myself. I doubted. We've all got these two voices in our head, and one little voice was saying to me, "Murray, hey, this looks good. You could do this." And then the other voice on the other side of my head was saying, "Murray, settle down, play it safe, keep doing what you're doing. You don't want to get out your comfy zone. Just play it safe. You're doing not too bad. Do you need to learn all this stuff about computers and stuff?" I didn't even know how to turn a laptop on, right? And then the other voice said to me, "Murray, if you could just make 300 quid a week out of this, that would make a big difference to you, And that's basically where I was when I saw this for the very first time, and I knew there was something here. I didn't know what. So I doubted myself, and I just decided to dig deep. And the deeper I dug, the more interesting I found this. I decided to get the facts. I decided to find out more and more and more, and the more I found out, the more interesting it became. And then I got to the point where I could make an educated decision based on facts, and that's what I did. And thanks to John, I decided to buy my 500 trade pack just before Christmas, and got on the road, because basically before that I was on the roundabout. Every day I got up and ran the roundabout and come back home again. And next day I went up and went round the roundabout and come back home again, And I've been doing that for quite a few years. I'm 64 years old, and that's hard to believe, but that's the facts. And what John did for me is that he showed me a way to get off the roundabout and back on a road. And week by week, we're heading in the right direction. And I would like to just take this opportunity to thank John for giving me the opportunity to get involved in this business. There's no doubt that John did me a massive big favor. Thank you, John. On that note, I'm going to pass you back to Julianne. Thank you very much. Hope I've said something that helped.
Murray, you certainly did. You certainly did. And thank God for you and your family and whoever else that you have an impact on in their life, that you listen to that, the first little voice you were talking to, eh? Thank goodness for that. Love your analogies, the roundabout and getting on the road and all of that there. It's great to put it into simple terms for people because it's so true. But there's one thing you said I was particularly impressed with, and that's what this business really, really is all about, is that self-funding nature of it, just like any other business, and then you moved in towards talking about, how this could be a pension. I mean, nobody knows what's ahead of us in terms of pensions, and you put a one-time payment of $300 in, let it keep self-funded, and within 5 years, as Murray said, hey presto, you've got £3,000, $4,000 per week. I can't think of any better, way of saving for the future. And on that note, I am going to introduce you to a very, very, very special person to me. This is John Bates. He is the person who introduced me to this business. And John, he's a gentleman of a certain age, won't mind me saying that. And he is testament to understanding what the government pension, would have returned for him versus this, because John is now a manager in this business. He started back about 14 months ago in the business. He started off with a measly $500. I know that's a lot of money to people, but where that has taken him to now, he's got a huge team huge inspiration to us all, huge team of, you know, almost 3,000, 2,600 or 700 people, I think, John, isn't that right, in your business at the minute?
Right. Yeah.
18 months ago, he started with $500, self-funding, as you talked about, Murray. You know, he has never, ever put another penny back in this business. And John is about to show us now. It's all very well, Murray, talking about, you know, the business and what it can do for you. And John is living proof and is about to show us his back office now with all the facts and the figures. And we're going to keep you just a little bit longer, but it's absolutely worth it. So, John, over to you. And thank you for introducing me, because this has done an awful lot to change, you know, my life as well. So thank God for you.
Oh, absolutely brilliant, Julianne. You know, thank you for the kind words. How on earth can I live up to those things? But for everybody, I'm probably the oldest young person that you've ever come across. I'm ex-Royal Navy, and one of the things about Royal Navy people is they never grow up. You know, we get old and we get big fat bellies, but we're still teenagers at heart. Murray, what an incredible presentation. I learned many years ago from a mentor of mine, Jim Rowan. Jim actually said that if you want to be successful in life, go and find some people who are better than yourself. And you know what, folks? I found me over 2,600 people who are better than myself. You know, I'm nothing special. I'm just somebody who never quit, ever. Maybe it's the service mentality, I don't know, but hey, I just kept getting out of the trenches and trudging across the fields and ignoring the bullets that were coming my way. I mean the bullets of life, not the actual real ones. That was for real heroes. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and to show you exactly what the progress has been for myself over the last 14 months. There we are. Okay, what have we got here? I got to work out where we are. Stop share. Right. I'm looking for my, am I looking for my desktop? That'll do. So what I need to get into my account. Trust me on this, folks. One of the major things about this is you don't have to be clever to actually work your own business. All you have to do is to keep looking for solutions at Google.
That's your lovely car you bought from the proceeds too.
Yeah, that's real nice, isn't it? Actually, I had a member of my team round today who's got a valeting business, and Simon did an absolutely spectacular job. He did the inside and the house and outside of it. And he polished the living hell out of it, which I was so pleased about. Okay, so we want to get into. Bear with me and we will get there. There's me, CashFX John, and he's going to ask me for my two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is another level of security so that nobody else can get in and hack your funds. So I'm on my mobile phone now, and I'm looking for, fingerprint, two-factor authentication. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we? Down here, so there it is. 986 024. These authenticator numbers change about every 30 seconds, so nobody can actually memorize them and copy them or anything. Here we are in my back office. We know it's my back office because there you can see there, John Bates, that's my name, don't abuse it, cashfxgroup.com. That's me. And when you start scrolling down, here we have the nitty gritty of where we all are. Here's my account finance. Now, in the time that I've been in, lifetime total of payments to me, remember I put $500 in? Look at that. I've made $141,500. I don't know about you, but that's not a bad return on $500, is it? I've currently got in my balance, waiting for me to take it out whenever I want to, $9,000, well, nearly $10,000. This is the interesting one to me. Murray mentioned climbing the leadership ranking levels to executive and to manager and to director and above. That is actually part of that qualification is to do with points that you gain as you introduce others into your business. So if someone comes in at $1,000, you make 500 points, if that makes sense. Now, Pauline and I, the wife and I, we often sit here in the mornings looking at interesting things like a place in the sun, go and buy a villa, because that's one of our turn-ons. And Pauline says to me things like, I know we're getting this money, John, but it's absolutely mind-blowing. Where does all the money come from? And I didn't realize it till I actually looked at these figures one day. And what I worked out, here's the my lifetime points that I have made since I joined CashFX. 955. Now, remember I said that the points are half of the package value. So for a 1,000 package, someone joins you at 1,000, you actually make 500 points. That means I have made for the company, in the short time that I've been in, I have made for the company nearly $4 million. Can you see that, folks? Can you see how that works? That's twice that figure there. Okay, I've slightly overestimated, but I've made the company nearly $4 million, which is why they can afford to pay me what they do. Now, Murray also mentioned that you had the bear capital for the people who just want to trade, and you have the bull capital for those who want to build an organization the way that I have. And Murray noticed, Julianne touched on that I've currently got in 14 months over 2,600 members globally. I've got some exciting news for you folks. I have only ever introduced 19 people. And those 19 people have gone and talked to their friends, who've talked to their friends, who've talked to their friends, as Murray was saying about duplication. And it has just grown and grown and grown. And you know what the greatest thing about this is compared to a conventional job? Once it's out of your control, it's working. Do you know, if I went and bought myself a deck chair and laid down in the sun, I couldn't stop this thing growing anyway. It'd just keep going. So here is the bear capital. The matrix that Murray mentioned, I've actually made nearly $18,000 on that. The trading side of it, I've made nearly $50,000. The bull capital, which is the old sharing it with others, the uni-level bonus, the fast start bonus. Remember what Murray said, fast start bonuses? I've made nearly 20,000 in fast start bonuses and nearly 53,000 in the uni-level bonus. Now, I don't know about you, but that slightly beats the old age pension. Pauline and I have paid in, we've both worked all our lives. Pauline was a staff nurse, as they used to be called in those days. She was an SRN. And of course, I was in the Navy, and I also owned my own conventional businesses, etc., etc. Pauline and I paid into our state pension jointly for 100 years. Do you know my government pay us both together, joint, £260 a week? Now, if you couldn't live on the full-time earnings that you were making, how the damned hell are you going to live on a fraction of those earnings? You need to be doing something else. One of my great turn-ons, and I say to people, go and find yourself some old age pensioners. They really do need a top up to their pension. Right. Now, let's go back to, oh yeah, there's the 70K package that I'm on. I'm about to go to the 100K, which is where James Curtis is, my best friend of about 25 years. We've been in a lot of businesses together, some of them good, some of them bad, but by God, CashFX is the finest one we've ever been in. Here it shows the last 7 people who've come into my team, and I looked at it just now and I went, oh, thank you, Mahina. That was $1,000 she came in at in Australia. And I went down and I went down and went, oh my God, this lady, Paula's come in at $30,000 from New Zealand. And she's on my 5th level. And I don't even know her. Do you remember Murray saying on level 5 and 6, you get 20%? I just made $900 because Paula joined someone in New Zealand or Australia. Isn't that absolutely incredible? Here we are on the point system that have been added up. I'm currently at the manager level, the next level up director, which I'm not far off. I've already got the points required to do that. There it shows 100%. And for the next level above that, I'm already 40% points wise towards qualifying for it. You know, this thing's a done deal. It's absolutely, well, mind-blowing. So let's have a look at some of the finance. Here we are. What should we look at first? The balance. That'd be a good one to look at. There you are. As I said, in my balance currently is nearly $10,000, waiting for me to decide whether I want to take it out now or leave it a week or two and add another $20,000 to it. I don't know. But here we are. We're showing 10 rows. I'm going to make it to 100 rows, which makes it easier. Let me go. I want to go right back to the beginning, the beginning where new people are, because that's where I started. Now, here I showed you, it's a little bit earlier than I thought it was. I thought it was November, December-ish, but it was a little bit earlier. It was the 26th of the 10th, 2019. Came in with $500. And my first trading, just trading, I was involved in something else at the time. So I was just a bear, a passive trader. My first week, I made $26.44. That was a short week because it was the full 5-week trading week. My second week kicked in quite nice. I made $39.07 on $500. Do you know what I've just worked out early on? This is pre-COVID. Pre the global meltdown and all that stuff. That was 7.8% on my trading. 7.8. The people who came in before me, when I talked to Luigi and I talked to Justin Halliday, in the days before that, they were making between 10 and 12%. And I know they were because they've shown me they were. And here we are, this is week by week by week by week. You are same sort of figure, $500 trading. I made $36 there, well, nearly 37. And let's go to there. So, was it there? Trading pool, trading pool, trading pool. Yes. Okay. On the 14th of 8th, 2020, I got a fast start bonus of $600. and progressively I made uni-level bonus. You remember the uni-level Murray was talking about? No, I didn't. I made 600. I made $255 in uni-level bonus that week. There was my trading. It had gone up to $293. Remember that forced matrix where Murray skipped over it because you don't make an awful lot of money in the early days of it. But I realized that this was a powerful bonus for later on. Here we are. I made $9.57. What's that? About £5-6, isn't it? £5-6. The personal matching bonus, I made 47 cents. Here's another fast start bonus, uni-level bonus. It gets gooder and gooder. And it builds up. It builds up progressively as you start moving up the package levels, as Murray was saying. I made a plan in the early days that I was going to keep compounding my profits, in other words, plowing them back in again, until I reached a 15,000 package. And that's when I was, I decided that's when I was going to take out me money. Me money means money I'm going to frivolously spend on Jaguars and things, and buy myself a nice motor, or take the wife down the chip shop and buy cotton chips instead of sausage and chips. No, that's my humor, folks. So where are we today? Remember where we started. And what I'm about to show you is not to tell you how good John is. I'm saying this to show you how good you can be. If I can do it, if I can, in 14 months at 77 years of age, can get to this sort of level and build this sort of team, for someone who's much younger, especially the millennials who were brought up with computers, for heaven's sake, you know, if I can do it, what the hell can they do with it? So here we are on the up-to-date figures. Wow, up to the top. Where should we go? Let's start off here on 2021 on the 2nd of, no, this is the American way, isn't it? That's is that the 5th of January? No, that's the 2nd of May. They do it opposite to us, just to be different. The 2nd of May, I withdrew $6,263 to my Exodus wallet, where I actually keep all my funds. And after they paid that out to me, that week on the trading pool, it had now gone up to nearly $2,600 for the week. There's a uni-level bonus, 1,681. I made another withdrawal from the company of 4,273. Okay, and here we are again. I had a fast start bonus. How can you see how much that fast start bonus is? Do you remember what that fast start bonus was? If someone's introduced into your team, either on your first level, on your first level, that is, someone's introduced to your team on your first level, you got 15% of the package that they signed up for. This lady got in at, God, I don't know, it must have been about 30,000, I think. No, it was 3,000, wasn't it? I made 3,000. I've made a fast start bonus of 3,000. Even I don't know what I'm talking about. I just look at the figures and go, I can't believe this. And I've got a trading pool here of nearly 2,500. I've got a uni-level bonus of 1,450. There's the force matrix. Force matrix has now gone up to 2,000 over. There's another small fast start. Somebody came in. Another fast start, 300. Another force matrix, and another fast start. This gets up. That's why sat in my account here. I've got nigh on $5,000 I'm waiting to be transferred to my Exodus wallet, and also built up with these, sat in my account, is nearly $10,000 waiting to be removed. Now, do you think this old age pensioner is shell-shocked and thinking, what the hell's happening? Yes, he is. What is so exciting, both Pauline and I know this is real. The only thing that we get annoyed with, if you want to say annoyed, my grandson's in this, Ryan, he's building this like you've never seen. He's 22 years of age. Why couldn't I have found it when I was 22 years of age? You know, that would have saved me setting up conventional businesses and, you know, and having a reasonable living. And well, I hope that's been of some help to everyone. Like I said, this isn't to say how good we are or James is. Don't forget that what you're looking at with me, I am 1/3 of James Curtis's business. What the hell do you think James Curtis's income is at the moment? And you know what? He's only been in 2 weeks longer than me. That is quite unbelievable. And with that, I'd like to hand you back to Julianne. Be kind to me. I've done the best I can, Julie. And I'm now going to stop sharing and go back to you.
John, it is absolutely mind-blowing every time you show me your figures, because I remember back then, you know, when you were, you know, earning a measly, you know, £100 from the trading pool, and now you're earning, you know, 2,500 from the trading pool, and that's before you've even spoke to anybody else about it. Beauty of this business is that it is a business that has been strategically designed for the masses to tap into the Forex market, as opposed to it being just solely for the elites out there. And then it is also and if there's a business that's designed for the masses, not everybody wants to, you know, invite people and, you know, share the business. So of course the reason it's for everybody is because, you know, you've got the opportunity to share it and grow the business faster, or not share it and just take that little bit longer. So it's absolutely wonderful to have that choice. So I really, really, really want to thank everybody who came here this evening. I genuinely hope you got something out of this, because when I first heard it, I pricked my ears up. I didn't understand everything to begin with, you know, a lot of jargon, a lot of things, you know, they're not going to sink in. But of course it is on YouTube, and you can watch it over and over again. You can also get with the person who invited you as well. And please make sure that you look under the bonnet and, you know, do your due diligence, get the facts, speak to the people who are involved, and not Google, not always kind, but, you know, we're actually enjoying the fact that, you know, when you're talking, you know, when you're being talked about, it means it's something very special. So Cash FX is something hugely special. We're all very, very proud to be part of it. It is changing lives right across the world. And as you can see from John's back office there, you can tell how mind-blown he is. You know, it's crazy. But thank you again to everybody who's watching now and will watch on YouTube at a later date. And you know, and to the guest speakers tonight, Murray and John, absolutely fantastic. So we round of applause for everybody. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Just do get with the person who invited you and ask the questions you need to ask. Good, bad, and the ugly. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.